The sign says a lot, reminding people to take proper COVID precautions in a so-called red zone of coronavirus infections. The message, according to Mayor Bill de Blasio today, seems to be working.
When you composite all of it, we're a lot better off than we were a week ago.
On a radio call-in show, the mayor talked about this. The dark line is the 7-day average of COVID cases. You see that this month, that line went up somewhat, but in recent days, it's going back down, thanks in part to cases reducing in some of the city's cluster zones, like here in Kew Gardens Hills. In these zones, schools are closed for in-person learning, businesses are restricted, and houses of worship can't have more than 10 people. The result of those measures adopted early last week.
Hopefully, there is a chance to get out of these restrictions as early as latter part of next week. That's my goal.
But the restrictions were put in place by the governor, who makes the final call, and he's not given a reopening estimate, saying instead that state health officials will help him determine that. Those health officials, meanwhile, were required today to submit to the CDC a plan explaining how it will distribute a coronavirus vaccine once it's available. Every state was required to do so today, but one of the country's foremost immunization experts says the process is still in the early stages.
It's not enough just to discuss how we're going to do it. It's really important to have that playbook, to have those plans in writing, to have that framework ready to go so that when the vaccine is available, we can get it into people's arms.
Now, Pfizer, by the way, speaking of vaccines, today saying it will request of the FDA an early provision to try and get a vaccine out, and it says it will do that sometime next month. We'll talk more about that coming up on the Pix 11 News at 6 o'clock. Right now, reporting live from Kew Gardens, where, wait a sec, you hear that? Yeah, that is what's going on around here, trying to get people to do the right thing regarding coronavirus. The city has got plenty of those out and about in these red zones. Right now, reporting live, I'm James Ford, Pix 11 News.